All right, welcome to Sunday morning coffee and games. I'm excited to be able to do this again and have you all here. Today we're doing a little back to basics. I think we're gonna be a little bit basic with this stuff. We're gonna be playing Captain Marvel against Zola. I haven't really played Zola in a while, and I thought it'd be a fun little challenge. Captain Marvel's pretty strong, arguably one of the strongest heroes in the game. She doesn't get mentioned in that conversation probably enough, but she really is pretty darn strong. So we're going to be doing that, and we're doing actually an old school way of doing it too, which is we're going to be doing a recursion deck. You still see them out and about. They've been kind of done to death at this point, but I feel like if we're kind of, doing things basic and going really back to basic on things, it'd be kind of fun to get back to that. So let us drop down to the table and look at the deck first. All right, here's everything laid out on the table. And as you can tell, there are a lot of allies out there. Now, if you want to see this deck kind of written out, the Marvel CDB link will be down below in the description for you so you can check it out. But this is a very basic deck, right? Very, very basic. So let us, we'll start by coming down to the table and looking at all of our allies. Again, we are an Avenger trait, so we're going to be kind of teeing off the Avenger stuff. I thought about playing around with Soldier as well because there's like a few Soldier cards, but then I decided against it because I didn't want to complicate things too much. So we have Stinger, who doesn't count against your ally limit. Really cheap, really useful. Kalu allows us to look for an event deck, which could be nice. Squirrel Girl, just being able to like ping some damage off of some enemies will be good and useful. Hawkeye, again, there's a lot of minions in Zola. So to be able to come in and deal 2 damage to them really quick should be useful. Or if it's like the ultimate Bioservant, they come in with tough. So to just kind of get that tough off, I'm okay with that as well. Black Knight will gain piercing again for the tough, which will be super nice. Power Man, he doesn't get used as much. He's basically a giant hit and then maybe a thwart and then like use him as a blocker. I don't know. He's kind of interesting in my mind. U.S. Agent is almost always my blocker because of his retaliate. So I like that. Falcon, to be able to look at the top 3 cards and for each treachery, look this way, remove 1 threat. Could be useful. And Giant Man, right? When he has 3 or more remaining hit points, gains +2 attack. So we're only going to have 3 events that aren't our normal events, which is make the call to help get discard allies back into play. Now we are going to use team building exercise if it focuses. Play a card from your hand. Now, so we can't do this with make the call, right? It has to be done from our hand. That shares a trait with your hero, reducing its cost by 1. Queen Carrier, though, while we have Queen Carrier to like help pay for cards and whatnot, the actual purpose of Queen Carrier really is to help trigger our main thing, which is spend an energy resource and heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and then draw 1 card, right? That's like our main to do with this card. Or for that card. Avengers Tower. We're going to increase our ally limit, and then next Avenger ally play this phase is reduced by 1. Again, we want to get those allies in as cheap as possible. Clarity of Purpose, while it's a newer card, I still think it's a really solid card. Exhaust this card, deal 1 damage to attack character to generate a wild resource. Again, I want to trigger this just in case Carol has full life, and then we can do this to get a resource for something else, and then use whatever else so that we can trigger her ability. Or if she has 1 damage, right, it's basically like a free resource generator and card draw if we combo it like kind of in the right timing. Endurance, I think, is always a good card. Having more life never hurts. Quinjet, we just talked about this recently on our short video stream. I wanted to play around with this because, again, we have a lot of Avengers. If we can get this card out right away and use it to pay for like Giant Man or something, I think that's worth it then. Mighty Avengers, I think, is a bonkers good card for 3 cost support. If each of your characters has the Avenger trait, which they all should, each ally you get or you control gets +1 attack, +1 thwart. Crazy good. We have all of our doubles, which we're going to put in. Team training to get extra life on everyone, just so, they don't die so fast. And then the last staple is rapid response to help get them in a lot quicker, or get allies back in after they get knocked out is what I should really say. Rapid response is sometimes people run 3 of them. I tend to never really be able to use all 3, so I put in 2. It's just a strategy choice I make, but it might not be right for you, is what I'm trying to say. Because, again, for me, I swear I always end up with like 2 one time, and it just doesn't make sense. So for me, it just makes more sense to do like 2 cards, because when I do 3, I end up with 2, if that makes sense. So as far as horror cards, again, what are we trying to do? If we could flip down, that's great. I don't know if we'll really be able to because Zola's threat level is pretty low, but we'll see, which lets us just draw a card. But then we can also just draw a card on her hero side. So we want some damage. We obviously have our big energy absorption resource cards, which will be nice. This can go nicely into your energy channel, right? So energy channel allows you to spend X energy resources. There's 2 of them. Put X energy counters there. Discard energy channel to deal 2 damage to enemy, maximum 10 for each energy counter here. So, right, one of these cards is 6 damage, essentially. If we get 2 more, that's 10 damage on enemy. Burst damage should be good, should be helpful with her. Now we have Spider-Woman, which will allow us to confuse the villain. We could flip down with that confusion, or we could just kind of just use as a safety net in case they get an advance card or something like that. Cosmic Flight, I'll be honest, I don't use a ton, but when Captain Marvel will take damage, discard this to prevent 3 damage. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like my favorite card in the world. Photonic Blast, oh, and there's 2 flight cards. Photonic Blast is her 3 for 5 damage card, which is generally terrible. But if you pay this card using energy resource, you get to draw 1 card. Again, hopefully we get the resource generators out there, and we're paying for those cards and you know, being able to handle that. Our threat removal card is remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then if you the aerial trait, remove 2 different from a different scheme. It's a little weak. Her threat removal is a little weaker in my opinion, but we have so many allies that we shouldn't have to worry about too much. Her helmet gives her +1 attack, and then if she has the aerial trait, gives her an additional +1 defense. And her aerial, if she has the aerial trait for the helmet, it gives her +2 defense. I'm probably not going to defend with her. And then Alpha Flight Station, you exhaust this card. There we go. And choose 1 card from your hand. I'm sorry. Discard 1 card from your hand, then draw 1 card. Draw 2 cards if you are Carol. So obviously that could work out really well if you time that out all right. So that's the rough idea with her deck. Again, Zola, what makes him kind of tough is all of his minions, so we're gonna have to deal with them. We're going to have to be careful with them and all that fun stuff. So let me finish setting up the table and then we'll kind of get right into it. All right, so we are pretty much all set up. Zola comes in with 12. We come in with 12. We have to search for Hydra Prison, reveal it. So Spider-Woman is under there. She has 4 or 3. So we have 4 threat here. And we put Ultimate Bioservant into play. This flips up. We're good there. Okay, cool. So the strategy. Build recursion. Get allies in constantly. The idea is to just have allies nonstop all day, every day. Hopefully they're going to be what leads us to victory. I gotta get through his minions as fast as possible. I don't want to deal with minions for too long or anything like that. So that's gonna be key. We need to get some resource generators out there fast. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like resource generators are key, and then some cheap minions would be ideal. If we get Black Knight out there to pierce this off right away, that'd be really good, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. So, all right, let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so our triple is really good. Our double is good, obviously. Avengers Tower could be good. Clarity of Purpose would be nice. I don't think it... Here, let me zoom in. I don't think it makes 100% sense yet. Because I'd rather get Queen Carrier in. So let's dump those 3 and draw 1, 2. Okay. That's an interesting draw for sure. All right, let's use our ability to draw 1 card. Team building. Let's use a triple. No, let's not use a triple. Let's use a double to play Avengers Tower. All right, let's flip up. Let's do then. Do you want to do a double for team building? Yeah, let's just do a double for team building for now. This is like inefficient, I think, but yet efficient. We're going to play Energy Channel. We're actually going to throw away the triple for Black Knight. We could do this, but it doesn't make a difference. Oops, we have to keep Black Knight, right? Throw away the triple for Black Knight. So Black Knight, we can have attack for 1, deal 2 damage. Well, he's going to pierce off the tough and deal 2 damage. We do the last 2 damage. That's 4 total, right? 2 from Black Knight, 2 from us, knocking out that one. The reason why I did the triple versus putting on Energy Channel is because we can build that Energy Channel over time. I really want to save that for the final hit. But I think team building Avengers Tower in the long run, especially since we've not seen any other Avenger allies out there yet, I think will be much more beneficial. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Like if we have the chance to reduce the cost of 1 by 2, so that puts Hawkeye in for basically like free at that point. So that's actually pretty good. All right, cool. So 1 goes on to here. 1 test counter goes on here. I'm gonna take this hit from Zola. It's gonna be 1. Give the villain a tough stats card. That's fine. So we take 1 hit. So we're down to 11. Totally cool. Bad card is the villain attacks you, which stinks, but we're going to take this hit too. So it's going to be 1, 4 damage. So that brings us down to 7, right? 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I can count. All right, cool. Now it's our turn. First thing I want to do is Avengers Tower and team building, right? Exhaust Avengers Tower, reduce the cost of the next Avenger ally played this phase by 1. Exhaust is play a card from your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. So that brings down 2 costs. I'm sorry, brings down the 1 cost, paying for 2, and we'll throw away make the call. So Hawkeye's going to come in, and this I think is huge because he's going to be able to either deal some damage to some minions or ping damage or whatever else. So I think that will be strong. Rapid response versus endurance. Here's the thing. While I do enjoy endurance, I think rapid response makes more sense. So we're going to use endurance to heal 1. We're going to use it on our ability to heal 1 and then draw a card. Cosmic Flight. All right, we'll dump both of those to play rapid response. The reason being is because we're actually going to use Black Knight to pierce the tough and deal 2 damage. The problem is he gets a consequential and he gets retaliated for 1. Black Knight gets knocked out. We're going to put him back in with rapid response. He gets 1 damage on him. The reason I like that is 1, to get the tough off him, but 2, kind of work on the damage, keep that all down, and kind of keep things moving here. You could probably left the tough on, but I don't know. We're going to have so many allies, I just want to kind of keep them moving in and out, or keep them moving in. We're going to thwart 2 off of the prison and then ready up. Oh, wait, we can use Black Knight again if we really wanted to. I don't think we do, though. I don't think we want to use them yet. All right, let's just ready up. That's fine. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we get Queen Carrier. That's what we really need. There it is. All right, so we can dump 3 cards, play Queen Carrier, which allow us to heal up and get card draw with our abilities. So that's going to be really nice. 1 here, second counter goes on. Zola's going to attack. I'm going to take this hit. So it's going to be 1. Place 1 test counter on the main scheme. Ugh. So he's attacking for 4 now, which is really rough. Because for each test counter on the main scheme, Zola gets +1/+1. So he gets 3, 4. So we're down to 4 life. That is rough. Now, this does not advance because it says force response after resolving step 1 of the fill-in phase. Place 1 test counter here. If there are 3 or more here, then you do the whole thing and remove 3 counters. You don't do it when there is 4 or 3 on here. You do it when resolving step 1 of the villain phase. So just FYI. All right, bad card is test subjects, which is not great. Do have to get rid of that soon. Actually, we'll get rid of that right away. All right, so it's our turn. Let's dump 1, 2, 3 cards to play our Queen Carrier. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Don't have to do that because what we could do is team building because it's an Avenger. We're an Avenger, and then 2. And then we get Queen Carrier in. Then we can dump Power Man to put in Alpha Flight Station. I'm going to use Queen Carrier to heal myself up 1. And draw a card. Just Crisis Indication, which we don't really need. All right, let's dump. Or let's thwart 2 to get rid of test subjects. The first player discard cards in the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Reveal that minion. Oh, yeah, we're getting through all the tech. All right, cool. So, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment. Oh, my God. Okay, so he gets +2 life, so he's got a lot of life. We do get to shoot 2 arrows at him, so he's got back to 5 life. And he's going to deal a lot of damage. So, let's have Black Knight do 2 damage here, so it's up to 4 total. So, that leaves him with 3 life left over. And then let's ready up. I'm going to throw away Crisis Indication. We don't need that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Team training's nice. Rapid response is not bad. Make the call could be really good. We'll see. Let me think about this. Pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile. Reduce the cost of the next ally played this phase. Okay, so we can use Avengers Tower and make the call if we wanted to. Okay, so this goes up to 3. A 4th counter goes on, so we discard until a minion comes in. Okay, he comes in with Quick Strike. First thing we gotta do is shoot an arrow at his face. Oh boy. We're gonna have to make 3 blocks. That is rough. Let's have Hawkeye defend the 2 onto here. So Hawkeye takes 2. All right, so we did all that. This lowers down to 3. Zola's gonna attack. I'm gonna take the hit. 1. Place 1 test counter. So 2, 3. So we take 3 damage. So we're down to 2 life. Zola's mutate's gonna hit Black Knight and knock out Black Knight. And then unfortunately, we're gonna have to defend against Berserker mutate for 1. We have 1 life left. Ugh. That is rough. Bad card is test subjects. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, we're in a tough spot. We're in a bit of a tough spot. So let's use Queen Carrier to heal ourselves up 1. Draw a card, which is Photonic Blast. Let's use a double and Crisis Indication, which is an energy resource, to play Photonic Blast and deal enough damage to knock out Zola's mutate. So we did more than enough. Knocks him out, which is nice. We get to draw a card. Stinger, okay. We can use Avengers Tower to play Stinger for free. Useful. Let's flip down. We'll use Carol's ability to draw a card. It's Kalu. We're not an Avenger anymore, right? No. So let's use Alpha Flight Station to throw away Kalu to draw 2 cards. U.S. Agent Falcon. Ugh. One, 2. Let's dump 3, 4. Let's jump all over 4 cards. I lose team training, which stinks, but I think it's the right thing to do. After enters play, look at the top 3 cards. For each treachery. All right, they're all treacheries. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Remove for each treachery. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. So remove 3 threat off of there. Okay, so then he can thwart 2 off of here. Gets rid of test subject. So we discard until the minion is revealed. All right, and then we have to discard until a tech upgraded. No. Oh my god, he gets the big hit one again. He comes in, does 2 damage to him, which is nice. Stinger is going to deal 1 damage onto the mutate to knock him out. And then we're just going to ready up and hopefully hang on. Draw our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1 card left. Okay. All right, 1 goes here. 3rd counter goes on, which means we discard until a minion comes into play. All right, Bioservant comes in with Tough. Zola's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. This brings up to 5. He's going to be next at 6, 7, 8. So this pops. Sorry, this comes off before I forget. All right, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it. Is there a minion in here? All right. Then we have to shuffle. So I'll put another Bioservant into play. They come in with Tough. And now they each scheme for 2 or for 1. So that brings us up to 3. And then we get a bad card. I don't think there was an advance in there. All right, so attack comes on the most remaining hit points without another copy of this. So 4, 4, 5. So he gets that. He gains 2 and guard. All right, so we have to punch him in the face pretty hard. Which we can do. We could do. Oh, arrow shoots and pings off the Tough before we forget. That's something. All right, so first thing we're going to do is use our ability to draw a card. Back card comes in. We're going to have to heal too, but that's fine. Or we're going to want to use Alpha Flight Station, I think. Yeah, let's use Alpha Flight Station to throw away Make the Call to draw 2 cards. Rep response and U.S. Agent. Okay. Let's heal for 4, so we're up to 6. Flip up. We'll use Queen Carrier to heal another one to draw another card. All right, rapid response. Okay. So what's he got? 2. So he's got 7 life left. Let's use a triple to play Photonic Blast, which will allow us to draw a card and deal 5 damage here. Clarity of purpose. So it's 7. He's got 2 more life left. We're going to play another Photonic Blast and use Clarity of Purpose, Quinjet, and a Rapid Response. Quinjet does have an energy on it. We're going to deal 5 damage to this Servant and knock him out. We get to draw a card. Black Knight. Interesting. Okay. Let's use Avengers Tower team building, and unfortunately Mighty Avengers. I would like to keep it, but that's going to put Black Knight into play. Now, we're allowed 4 because our ally limit's increased by 1, and he doesn't count against our ally limit. Then, what we're going to do is Black Knight is going to pierce through this and deal 2 damage. Then we could dump 2 cards to play Squirrel Girl. Again, we're allowed to do all of this to have 5 allies because our ally limit is increased by 1 and they don't count against our ally limit. When Squirrel Girl comes into play, it deals 1 damage to everyone. So he's got 3. He's got 1 life. He's got 1 life. 1 damage here, so he's down to 9. Okay. Squirrel Girl can do a damage. And knock out Bioservant. So he's gone. Then Falcon, or I'm sorry, not Falcon. Stinger can knock herself out. Deal 1 damage here. Oops. And knock out Zola's Mutate. Cool. Hawkeye, we don't want to knock Hawkeye out. Falcon then can thwart 2 off of here. Keep that down a little bit. All right, and then we will ready up. We have a ton of allies. Some of them are going to get hit in the face pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I feel like we're in a decent spot. All of our crisis indications. Jeez. We can make the call somebody in, which would be nice. Be nice to get like U.S. Agent in as a blocker or something. But let's see. This goes up 1. This gets a counter. Zola's going to attack. We'll have Hawkeye take this hit. So it's going to be 1. Shuffle this back in. Okay. Okay. So 1 damage knocks out Hawkeye. Maybe we bring Hawkeye back in. Hawkeye's knocked back out. All right, so we have our 1 back card. We have our 2nd back card. First one is... yeah. Okay, villain's going to gain Retaliate, which is terrible. And +1 attack. And then, all right, so is it tech attachment? It's not. So he does not get any attachment onto him because we discarded down. So he's just a regular mutate now. We do want to punch him in the face to get rid of him. I see we have 2 lightning resources because we would like to get rid of concussive blasters as fast as possible because you don't want to deal with that. There's no reason to. All right. Yeah, we have some options. All right, let's use Queen Carrier to heal herself up 1. Draw a card. I do want to play that. Okay. Let's exhaust. Throw away 2 crisis indications to get rid of this card. We have the exhauster here and spend 2 energy resources to discard this card. I don't want to deal with a +1 attack. I don't want to deal with extra retaliate. Like, none of that sounds like a fun, good time. All right. Do we have all of our triples gone? We have 1 triple gone. What are the odds we draw another one? Not good, you say? I tend to agree. All right. I don't think we're going to do that then. Let's get another ally in. Let's get U.S. Agent in. Again, we're allowed 4. So we're going to use Make the Call in Avenger's Tower. Reduce the cost of the next Avenger ally played this phase by 1. And we're just pay the printed costs to put the ally into play. So we'll use the other 2. So that gets US Agent in. That gives us a block or 2, which is a little nicer. Okay. Oh, shoot. We can't play this card. Sorry, we already have one. Let's just throw that away. We don't really need it. My bad. All right, so we'll have Black Knight deal 2 damage to the mutate. I do want to get rid of that kind of fast. He's got 3 life left. All right, so let's do Falcon knocks himself out, doing 2 more damage. And then US Agent does 1 damage to himself to deal the last damage on the here. Knocks out Zola's mutate. Let's ready ourselves up. All right, cool. We got some defenders, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some big hits would be nice. All right, so there's 10 we can put energy channel right there. That could be good. All right, we could be good. I'm thinking actually we make the push soon. You know me. I like to make a push early. All right, so that goes there. It comes on with 2. Second Zola counter. I want to hurry up on that. US Agent's going to block this. It's going to be 1. Get the villain a tough status. So he gets a tough, and then he gets pinged off on the retaliate. But US Agent does take a damage. So that's fine. Attached to a minion, there is none. So the card gains Surge. Give the armor. Oh, okay. We do want to get rid of that. So that states, after the villain takes damage, give him a tough status. Exhaust your hero to spend 2 fist resources to get rid of this card. We are going to do that right away. Let's exhaust our hero, spend 2 on our strength to get rid of this card. I don't need him getting more tough things. I just don't need that in my life. So let's use... why was Queen Carrier exhausted? It shouldn't have been exhausted, right? Let's use Queen Carrier to heal up 1 and draw a card. Photonic Blast. Now, let's dump all of this. 5 things to put 5 on energy channel. Because we do want to save up for a nice big hit soon. Then we can use the tower, team building, and Photonic Blast to play Power Man. Again, Avengers Tower allows us to have 1 extra one. So, what we're going to do is have Power Man attack. He's going to get hit for 2 plus retaliated for 1. So it's going to knock him out. But he's going to swing for 4 damage onto Zola. So Power Man's going to knock himself out right away. But he does 4 damage, which is nice. So 8, 7, 6, 5. All right. I do like holding on to Endurance. It doesn't seem efficient, but I do like it. Actually, you know what? Let's have Squirrel Girl knock herself out, bring this down by 1. I got a weird feeling. I don't want that popping anytime soon. And actually, let's have Black Knight deal 2 damage. Brings him down to 3. He does get retaliated and consequential and all that fun stuff. He gets knocked out. No, let's throw away Endurance. All right, let's ready up. Let's ready up. We need some hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Team training, make the call. All right, Kalu is good for blocker. Team training could be useful. I feel like I just need to get into the next stage and push. All right, so he's at 5 out of 8. A 3rd counter goes on, so we see what minion we get. It's Solo's Mutate. What tech upgrade will he get? Hopefully it's not a guard. That would be terrible for us. No, he's just going to attack for a lot, so that's even worse. All right. 3 then move off there. He's going to attack. I'm going to take this hit. It's going to be 1 plus nothing. Let's go. He's going to defend and get hit for 4 and knock out US Agent. Bad card is... Zola attacks you and we're going to be stunned. Ugh. So we're going to take the hit. It's going to be 1, 2 damage. Brings us down to 6. And we are stunned, unfortunately. I think we go heavy on allies right now and build back out and push. Push. So let's use Queen Carrier to heal up 1. Brings it back up to 7. Draw a card, Cosmic Fight. We're going to exhaust to clear the stun. We don't want to deal with that. Again, I don't know why team building was exhausted. Okay, we're going to play Kalu to do Avengers Tower team exercise because we're both Avengers. Get to look for an event. It's not an event. He comes in. That's fine. What do we have? 4? If we put Power Man back in, if someone just does 3 damage or no? No, not really. Power Man could do 4. Ugh, that's not a great spot to be in. Okay. Let's do Falcon. Right, let's put Falcon in. So we're gonna make the call 1, 2, 3, 4 to put Falcon in. After he comes in, look at the top 3 cards for treacheries. Treachery, attachment, treachery. Okay, so we remove 2 threat from here. That's kind of what I was more looking forward to, was clearing that off a little bit, because that was getting a little dangerous. A little dangerous. Okay. You have 7 life. Kalu will have Thwart 1. I'm not even going to worry about Zola's mutate right now. Falcon is going to attack and get retaliated, but he's going to bring him down to 1 life. And then we're going to ready up. And then we're going to hope that this isn't too bad. We have a big attack lined up, right? You all know me. I like to line up my big attacks. I feel like Kalu's going to take the hit. You have to do 14 damage. We just need like 1 attack card. And to survive. Surviving would be the more important thing. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. This is interesting because we can get Power Man in to do a live attack. This could actually work out. All right, this goes up by 2. We got a Zola counter on. Zola is going to attack. I'm going to let this hit me. So it's going to be 1, 2 damage. So that brings us down to 5. He's going to attack for 4. We're going to have Kalu block it. So Kalu just gets knocked out. That's fine. You don't really have to care about him. All right. No advance. No advance. No advance. Gang up. Oh, the villain each minion engaged you attacks you. I'm going to take the hit again from Zola. So it's going to be 1. Get the villain tough stats, which does slow down the plan a little bit. So I take 1 damage. And Zola's mutate is going to attack for 4. We're going to have Falcon take the hit and knock him out. Next bad card is... Oh my gosh. 2. Get the villain tough status, so we can't. So this brings up to 6. Okay. Okay. That's going to pop. He's got a tough. I would like to get Black Knight in. Obviously the Pierce. But I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's do Queen Carrier. Draw a card. Cosmic Flight. Not what we need. I'm going to use Alpha Flight Station to throw away Cosmic Flight to draw a card. Nah, make the call doesn't help. Actually, that's not the worst thing in the world. Because what we can do... Actually... Let's have a triple... No. Let's... Okay, hold on, wait. Let's use Avengers Tower with make the call and a triple to put in Falcon. That will now put him in. We can look at the top 3 cards for treacheries. 1 treachery, so it's not useful. But that's fine. Kalu. So let's use a double and make the call to put in Power Man, right? I think this is the way to go. I think this is close to the win. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so because what we're going to do is we'll just swing to hit the tough. We get retaliate for 1. That's fine. This doesn't have guard, right? No, this does not have guard. Falcon is going to deal damage and get retaliated to knock Zola into next Zola stage, right? Because we only have 1 life left. He does 2. This brings us now up to 14. Cool. Then we have to look for test subjects, which does stink. Not the biggest fan of that card, but like I said, it doesn't really matter because we're just going to blow right by it because Power Man's going to get us the win. That's 2. Now, he's got 14 life. So Power Man, we exhaust, and he has 2 chi counters. Discard any number of chi counters. He gets +2 attack for each chi counter discarded this way until the end of the phase. So he's going to get discard 2. So he gets 4 attack onto Zola. Brings him down to 10. All right, cool. He gets retaliated to death and he doesn't make it. Then we can use Channel Energy to discard 5 resources. Does 10 damage. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. And we had Clarity Purpose left over if you want to use it. All right, that wasn't super easy. The mutate coming in was a little rough. Actually, just for fun, let's see if we would have survived another round. I don't think we would have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hawkeye, make the call. Okay, so we got decent cards on there. So this would have come in with 2, right? Which is fine. 2, 4, 6, 7. Zola would attack. We would take the hit. So it'd be 2, 3 damage. We would survive. Falcon would take the block on Zola's mutate. So Falcon gets knocked out. And then we get 2 bad cards. First one is Shadow of the Past. Which, I mean, I guess we can take out for fun. Does he have Quick Strike? No, he doesn't. All right, so we would shuffle it in. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I don't want to shuffle it in. And then next one would have been another Test Subjects, which doesn't matter. Because now, at this point, what we could do is use Queen Carrier to heal ourselves up 1. I mean, we already won, but this is just for fun at this point. Photonic Blast. Okay. So we could have used a triple on Photonic Blast to deal 5 more damage. It lets us draw a card, which is another Photonic Blast. We actually could have dumped 3 more cards to play it again. Probably maybe some other things too. Thwart, swung, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But we definitely would have had the attack and we survived the additional round. So just in case there was like a little discrepancy or something like that, at the end of the day, it still would have worked out fine. All right. Well, hopefully you're enjoying these playthroughs. Hopefully I'm explaining Captain Marvel well enough. The thing with Captain Marvel is she's just kind of autopilot, right? Just draw cards, do things. If we weren't making the push, we probably would have wanted to deal with Zola's mutate a little bit faster. That's just what it is. That's fine. So yeah, I mean, it was a good, close match. The biggest thing with Zola is just make sure you guys minions discard it as quickly as possible. And his life is not that high, so just save up your big attacks and push pretty hard on him when you're ready to go. But yeah, he's gonna just keep getting minions out. So just prepare yourself for that. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Do me a huge favor, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all next time.